Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day, and welcome to the ultimate solo guide for the Diamond Casino Heist in 2021. This is a two-part series, as I will be covering the big con in this part, and the silent and sneaky approach in the second one. I will talk about what I believe are the best approaches, best loot, fastest and easiest preps, among many other things. So without further ado, let's begin the video. Now of course, let's get the big elephant in the room out of the way. Why should I do casino instead of Kayo? We all know that Kayo is the #1 money-making method in the way per hour, and until something new comes out, there's really not gonna be anything that tops it off. However, Casino is still the #2 best money-making method in the entire game, and it has its benefits over Kayo. Most of the benefits that Casino has over Kayo is mainly of how consistent the loot can be, and how easy it is to switch. Also, the arcade can be of course cheaper than the Kosetsuka, but that depends on which arcade to buy, more on that later. And if you're bored of Kayo, try Casino. It's the second best money-making method in the entire game. And with these techniques, you'll simply be able to get more consistent loot and, just have good gains overall. Like mentioned before, the best approaches are the big con and the silent and sneaky, due to the reasons you see on the screen. The objectively worst approach is the aggressive approach, due to making less money and taking the longest for the preps. Only do this if you haven't done it before, or if you just want to have fun. Other than diamonds, artwork is the best loot you can get and will be the main focus of this video. Gold requires 3 people, and cash is objectively the worst loot you can get due to being slow and paying the least. The only arcades I will recommend buying are the ones you see on screen. Best one being La Mesa, then Vinewood, and finally Rockstar Hills. These are the best ones due to being the ones closest to the casino, helping you get the elite challenge. I don't recommend investing in other locations, especially Paleto Bay. Unlocks. Now, there are 3 permanent notable unlocks that can help you make the heist easier. The first unlock is the casino penthouse. Buying this and completing all the casino missions will allow you to complete a unique mission to the heist, which reveals to you the location of all the cameras around the casino in your minimap. I'd say unlock this if you have leftover money and don't really have anything else to buy, or if it's on sale, as it's pretty useful but not necessary, as you can learn the camera locations by just playing the heist. The second one is the best available hacker, which is Abby. You can get him completely for free, although it might take a while since you need to destroy 50 satellite dishes around San Andreas. He's definitely worth your time if you're new to the heist and don't have enough money for Paige. Now my favorite. The third and most important unlock is the High Roller outfit. This is by far the best and most important unlock everyone should get, as it allows you to skip an entire prep forever, saving you a lot of time, and this will automatically give you the outfit you see on screen as an escape option for free. To unlock this, you need to find 54 cards on San Andreas, and this will take you around 2 hours to complete, but once you do it, the whole thing just becomes faster and easier. Vehicles. I divided them by levels as an estimate of what you should own by this time. If you're a low level, I chose 3 options. If you're completely broke and you have nothing, then you should get the Elegy, as this car is completely free to anyone who has an account registered on Rockstar Social Club, which is pretty much anyone. The next one is the Duke of That, which is free if you're a returning player from Xbox 360 or PS3. This car is bulletproof, but you can still get shot from the side windows. The best option is what I consider one of the best cars in the game, the Armored Kuruma. I only suggest this for low levels, but to be fair, this is a car that everyone should own. This is completely bulletproof. Although it cannot take any homing missiles, you're pretty much invincible to any NPC. For mid levels, the only option I suggest is the Buzzard. Now why the Buzzard and not the Sparrow? Well, simple, because you can just buy the Buzzard directly, while the Sparrow you need to purchase the Kosetsuka to use it. And even then, I suggest you use the Buzzard over the Sparrow, because in some of these missions you're gonna get shot a lot. And the Buzzard can tank much more damage than the Sparrow. And of course, for high levels, I mean this is obvious, of course it's gonna be the Oppressor Mark II. It is simply too good to not be used. How to switch loot. You can do this on PC and Xbox. I don't have a PS4, but it should be similar. You will need an internet cable for this. Do the bulk contents mission as usual. Make sure you walk in first person inside the casino, as it makes you move faster. And use the signal on your phone to find the loot. If you don't get the loot that you want, exit the camera, call Lester, and cancel the heist. Make sure you do this inside the casino, because if you do it outside, this method will not work. Once the mission is done, go back to your arcade and start a new heist. This will automatically switch the loot and skip the bald mission. If you still do not get the loot that you want, disconnect your internet cable quickly and wait until you get offline. Once you get to the campaign, connect back your cable and reconnect to the social club servers and go to GTA Online. Once in the arcade, start a new casino heist. If your loot is still not what you want, just keep repeating until you get paintings. Now for Gunman and Driver. No matter which approach you do, you always want to choose Carl and Kareem, and specifically these options for them. For Carl, use the Micro SMG, and Kareem, the Sentinel Classic. Especially the green card for the Sentinel Classic, as it is completely bulletproof from the back. These two options are the best because you don't really use guns at all in this approach. And if you need to shoot someone, the Micro SMG is simply the best option. The cars, you barely use them, so you might as well use the cheapest ones. But if you want to use a car, use the Green Sentinel Classic. Now this is the big one. Hackers don't really depend on your level, but on how experienced you are at fingerprint hacking. All but Ricky are good options, as depending on how good you and your partner are, is who you will choose. People always tell you to use the best available hacker at all times. I used to believe this, until I started experimenting with each hacker, and over time I went lower and lower and lower until I reached Johan, which is the same thing you should do. Just practice with Paige or Abby until you get good enough and you finally reach Johan. This not only depends on your skill, but as well as your partners. Christian and Johan are good only if you have another decent hacker. Ultimately, if you have a friend that is good at fingerprint hacking or a random high level with experience, go for Johan or Christian. But if you are doing this heist with some unskilled random, Abby and Paige are the way to go. Now the meat and bone for any heist, the prep missions. You will do a total of 8 missions, and I've divided them from solo, semi, and non-solo missions. What do I mean by semi-solo missions? It means that the mission has a chance to have a solo mission, but it's almost 100% guaranteed. Or you need to do 2 deliveries in that mission, but the location is either very nearby, or the mission is overall just easy. What do I mean for non-solo missions? Basically, the mission blows. Our first solo mission is the hacking device. It only has 2 possible missions, which are infiltrating the news or FIB building. The FIB mission, all you need to do is obtain the security pass from an agent, enter the FIB building undercover, collect the device, and you will get a 3-star wanted level once you leave the installation. The news mission is the same, but instead of going undercover, you will go silent and sneaky into the installations. You will receive a wanted level regardless of when you exit the installation. The only difference being is that if you're not caught inside, you will get a 3-star wanted level, but if you get caught inside, you'll get 4 stars. The bulk keycards are mandatory prep, but only has 2 missions. The first and easiest mission is getting the cards from the goons. All you need to do is go to the location in the map and knock out each guard. Whatever you do not kill the guards or you will get a 3-star wanted level. After you knock out the 2 guards, you'll finish the mission. The more difficult mission is getting the cards from the prison guard. If you're a low level, you either do the mission the way it's meant to be, or skip it entirely and hope you get the goons instead. If you have a Buzzard or Mark II, this mission becomes faster. As you can see in the video, I did the entire prep with just the Buzzard and managed to not only get the cards, but also leave the prison. And lose the cops. Before you enter the tower to get the cards, make sure that you take out the guards on the right and left side of the main prison guard, as those 2 can snipe you while you're looting or escaping jail. Once those 2 are out of the picture, you can safely take out the main guard and loot the card. However, you must still be careful because you might die inside the prison and it will become challenging for you to escape and lose the cops, as you will have a 4-star wanted level once you enter the prison. Level 2 security passes. This is an optional prep that can be purchased to be done. However, I do not recommend paying for it, as the 2 missions you get are both easy and fast. First mission we have is the party mission. All you need to do is go to the party and wait for Lester to send you a message revealing who it is the person holding the pass. Once you get the message, look for the person, pickpocket him, and he will have the pass on him, so you will have to search for it on the area on your minimap marks. Once you find it, you can leave peacefully and complete the mission. The ballet morgue mission is equally easy. All you need to do is steal a funeral car and go to a morgue and steal the security pass from a ballet. It's easy and straightforward as it sounds. Gruppe Sechs Gear Part 1. This is part 1 of the entrance disguise mission. Very straightforward. You will always get the same mission, which involves stealing a Gruppe Sechs truck and taking it back to the arcade while being chased by cops. The only difference being that you will get the mission in 2 different locations, Harmony and Paleto Bay. You just need to do 1 delivery, but before you do it, take out the mechanics in the garage and get the truck's keys. Once you take out all the mechanics, you will get a 3-star wanted level. Call Lester to get rid of it, and you will have a calm and safe trip to the arcade. Gruppe Sechs Gear Part 2. The first of the semi-solo missions. You will now be stealing the 2 disguises required to get inside the casino. Like the previous prep, you will always get the same mission but in different locations, both in Los Santos. You will go to a dog meeting taking a picture of a truck license plates and steal 2 guards' outfits. This can be approached stealthy to not alert the guards, but if you decide to take the aggressive approach, you will get a 2 or 3-star wanted level, depending if you hurt any cops. Once you lose them, you can peacefully get the 2nd guard outfit and complete the prep. The Unmarked Weapons are a mandatory prep. It comes with 4 possible missions which are on screen. As mentioned before, the best weapon to choose are the micro SMGs. First and best mission is stealing a tulip plane on the coast to deliver it at Sandy Shores. Make sure you eliminate the enemies before entering the plane and switch to the helicopter mode while landing. You will get some helis chasing you during the trip, but the Tula can tank through it all. The second is very good as well, especially if you own the La Mesa arcade. You will need to steal some weapons from Los Vagos and do 2 trips. The mission is very straightforward and not that difficult to complete on your own. The Getaway Vehicles. This is the one with the most number of possible missions. We will start with the 2 best missions. First one being the valet service in LSIA or Del Perro hotels. It involves you dressing as a hotel valet and taking the cars once the customer parked them. Just knock out the valets to steal the outfits. Once you dress as one, wait on the hotel entrance until the cars arrive. Once the first one rolls in, wait for the passenger to get out of it and take it back to the arcade. Repeat for the 2nd car. The 2nd best mission are the illicit importers located in Rancho and Elysian Island. You must fight gangs on these locations and steal the 2 cars back to the arcade. A cargo bob might spawn nearby, but it doesn't suggest using it. If you want to use your buzzard or Mark II to take out the NPCs, do it carefully as the cars only take 3 homing missiles. The safest option here is to use the Kuruma or do it on foot. Now for the final and only non-soloable mission here. What do I mean by non-solo? It's not necessary that you can complete this mission without help. You can still do it, but it's not as easy as other preps due to distance, trips, difficulty, and consistency. The best mission to get is the safe house in Del Perro, as the location is not only good for any arcade, but the mission is not difficult. You will need to go to a garage to take out some cops, collect the drill, and lose them, while also avoiding NPCs chasing you. Once you lose the heat, go back for the other drill. Once you're done with all those, congratulations! You finished the hardest part. Well, the longest and hardest part. Now it's time for the actual heist. But before we start with that, we need to cover one more important lesson. Perhaps the most important lesson of the entire heist, and of course, it's the hacking. This is the one, the part that everyone struggles with the most on the heist. If you're a beginner, I will explain how I learned the basics. All the fingerprints you get in the ball share similarities. As you can see in the picture, I'll have a bottom triangular shape. Always look for this first. Second is that they all share circular shapes in the middle. If you're capable of finding these 2, the rest will become easier. The third and fourth shapes are always located on the left or right side of the finger. Once you find it all, confirm it and jump to the next hack. The strategy here is that you and your partner will hack 2 doors each, as the ball will always have 4 locked doors. Once you're done hacking your doors, proceed to collect. Now we can finally move on to the final heist. In order to obtain the max payment possible, you need to complete the 3 tasks you see on screen, all ordered by importance. Choose the following options for the best possible entrance and exit. We will start by choosing the Gruppe Sechs entrance, then the staff lobby, we'll get our high roller outfits, and we will sell to the high level vendor. Get on the Gruppe Sechs truck and follow the road. If you have the La Mesa arcade, do this technique to arrive faster. Use the stairs as they're faster than the elevator. Once inside the vault, you will hack 2 doors, and so will your partner. If your partner can hack, make sure he gets all the loot while you hack all the necessary doors. Make sure you stop here and wait for the guard to pass. Once you're on his back, knock him out. Same thing for the second guard. Make sure he turns around and knock him out. And make sure the third guard can see you, run towards the laundry room and change your outfits, and head towards the control room. Once inside, you and your partner must coordinate to knock out the 2 guards at the same time and collect the daily vault. Once outside, you'll have to knock out a police officer. If you do not knock him out, the rest of the cops will become aggressive and they will start shooting at you. Once you're on the highway, either you steal a car or you grab your getaway vehicles. Sometimes they'll spawn nearby. If they don't, like I said, just steal a car and follow the road you see in the video. This will take you to the helicopter, which is the fast escape option, and it will help you get the elite challenge. And that's it! That's everything! Now we just deliver to Paintings guy, do the handshake, and we'll finally get our full pay. In this case we got around $1.88 million, which I got because I had Johan. Later I'll show you a table where I tell you what different pays you get depending on your hacker. But yeah, that's about it. Use the payment chart that I mentioned before. This is of course if you completed all 3 objectives that I mentioned before, and who your hacker is. Like I said before, you need to get better at hacking, and you also need to get better teammates, so you eventually reach Johan, you can gain more money. So yeah, just keep trying, keep getting better, and you'll get max gains. Alright, well, that's the guide. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't really have much to say, other than this guide took me longer than I expected, and yeah, it's been a journey. This is my very first like big serious YouTube video that I ever made, or first guide, whatever you want to call it. If you have any criticisms, any suggestions, everything is appreciated. Tell me if you hated the video, if you loved the video, how can I get better, how can I improve, or you think this guide is perfect, then let me know. I will take it all in consideration for part 2, because we're still mixing the silent and sneaky. But yeah, that's about it.